So Maureen wants to know, what would you say to those that they don't have that downtime right now? They've actually had more pressure put on top of them. So like, especially if you're in, obviously the healthcare industry, right? They're running midnight to midnight. Cybersecurity is another industry that's been hit really hard. What would you say to those that they really just, maybe they're working from home, but they haven't quite had that downtime, but the pressure on them is increased?
Yeah, so I'll start and then I'll hand it over to David. So this is the downside of working remotely and working from home. And David and I both have clients that are 100% virtual. And in every single case, when people have that as a lifestyle, they end up working more hours than they would have worked if they went into the offices. And it's particularly true if they don't have other elements in their life that would require attention. So I was talking to someone yesterday, I can't remember what the conversation was, but they said, the people I worry about the most on the team are the folks that are, single, living in an apartment, because they'll just get up in the morning, fire up their laptop, stay on it all the way, and then until they go to bed at night, because they maybe don't have a significant other or other things in their life that they want to dedicate time to. So I think it goes back to our conversation. I'll start with boundaries and say, I think that's one, is just really set kind of the boundaries in terms of your time and what feels right for you that you can do in a sustainable way to avoid burnout. So I think that's part of it, is just set those boundaries and really carve out the time that you want to dedicate to, whether it's rest for yourself or just eating a meal and without working while doing it. Just finding that those windows, I think, is important to avoid kind of the working nonstop piece. So even if there is more demands on you, we all still need time to recharge and renew. It's not sustainable to work 80, 90 hour weeks. So that would be my first kind of high level, and then I'll let David add some other points to it.
Yeah, well, when I think about healthcare people, I mean, they're in a crunch right now. There's in England, and every once a week, they at a certain time, everybody goes out their windows and claps, for the healthcare people. In France, at 8 p.m. every day in Paris, they clap for the healthcare people who are doing such intense work right now. So we all really appreciate that. I guess what I would say for people who are in an even more intense situation right now because of not having that pause, this isn't your pause time. This is kind of your, I need to do self-care. I need to do whatever self-care I need to do to get through this time. And so I can just manage it and not sort of be just chopped down by this time. So just focusing on your self-care, and you can worry about reevaluating all the reevaluating stuff that we've been talking about. You can worry about that when this starts to calm down for you.